post-match analysis. And guys, sorry I'm late to it, but we are here though. We are going to touch on every single thing that happened in the El Clasico, the very controversial ones, the sensitive ones. So if you know you have a very weak underbelly or a thin skin, bounce already, because we are going to touch on every single thing, including the ones you do not want to hear. Let's start with what you do not want to hear. Lamine Yamal. Listen, I have a question first. Which is better, to talk your shit after you have gotten things done, or to talk your shit before you get things done? If you ask me, I think the former is better. Why? Because you have already done it and you are doubling down on what you have done. No one can say jack to you. But if you choose the latter, you better come correct, because now everyone is expecting you to do what you said you will do. Okay. And in the comment section on my former video, I was seeing a trend where most Barca fans think he has earned the right to talk down on the Madrid guys. I say no. When he was doing what he was doing last season, he wasn't saying a word. More like a silent killer. He came in, did his business, bounced. Now, this newfound confidence, it should come with results. No one is saying don't talk, but if you say what you are going to do, make sure you act on it. And every single time for the last 3 times he has spoken before a match, nothing happened. The one against Portugal, the one against PSG, and now. So, which means you have formed a trend when anytime you say something, you can't back it up. So just don't say it at all. Right? And in the comment section, too, I saw this one guy, that particular message was very interesting. According to him, they had Lionel Messi. And Lionel Messi never said a word, and still Madrid fans hated him. And I replied, they didn't hate Lionel Messi, they feared him. Whatever hate you think they were projecting, it was out of fear. Okay? When it comes to Lamine Yamal, they just do not like him. And it's not out of fear. They think it's out of disrespect. There are two different things. They feared Leo Messi genuinely, so they projected that as hate. But when it comes to Lamine Yamal, he hasn't done enough to be saying some of the things he says to them. So yes, he has the right to speak. Now comparing the two are oranges and apples, because we all know Leo Messi is actually one of the few guys who can say things and back it up. This guy barely spoke. The few times he said something, he made sure that happened. Typical example was the World Cup. They lost their first match, went into the press conference, assured all Argentines they are going to qualify and go further into the World Cup. What happened? He ended up winning it. Xavi Hernandez, another example. He speaks, but not on unnecessary things. He speaks when necessary. They went into one El Clasico in the press conference, said it emphatically. We are going to play these guys off the field. What happened? Beat Real Madrid by 3 or 4. If you say something, people expect you to back it up. No one is saying don't say it. But if you say it and you can't do it, then it becomes, some way. Cristiano Ronaldo, anytime he says something, 90% of the time, he makes sure that happened. Okay? So no one is against you saying something, but just back it up. It's all the world is asking. And if you look at Lamine Yamal's game, I think we've placed this boy on a pedestal where, to be honest, he hasn't gotten to. There are many aspects of his game he needs to improve. One, his shooting technique, not up there. He doesn't know how to play infield. Yes, passing the ball, you can pass it, but the field is a vast rectangular area. You are good at passing the ball from the right hand side, the middle, everything on the field is also good areas for passing the ball. You haven't perfected all of these things. So before you say these things, you are supposed to be well rounded. And this boy isn't well rounded. He's now growing into his game. So yes, people have a problem when he's speaking. If I'm being honest, I don't have a problem. But if you say stuff, back it up. Let's move from Lamine Yamal. We've said a lot about Lamine Yamal. I thought that was a penalty. The push from Cavani. That was a penalty. They didn't only take a penalty because it's the Classical. Any other match, that would have been a penalty. Let me jump into Pedri's pocket too. That pull on Vinicius should have been a red card. The rules doesn't back that. I think it's a stupid rule. You can't tag onto someone just for 3 seconds long, and it's not a red card, because that was a goal scoring opportunity. From the way Vinicius took off, he had two players, one to his left, one to his right. The options were there. He was definitely going to take one of them. So I think that's against the rule. I'm just saying, if I was a referee, I was giving that as a red card. Wait, what do I touch on? Jude Bellingham. Listen, and this is what I've been preaching every single time. People are so sensitive when you speak. It's like they have selective hearing. They have trigger words. Immediately they hear those trigger words, they can't listen to the entire video, or they can't break the entire message down. They just get riled up and they just want to talk. There is nothing wrong with Jude Bellingham. When I tell you Pedri is technically better, has a very good footballing brain. Same time, you are bigger, stronger, faster. They are also attributes. Make use of them. Make use of them. Is the reason why your reactionary training is very important when you meet the technical guys. Okay, you can't predict them. So when playing against them, all you can do is sometimes react. But when you react, your physicality, your speed, your strength is an advantage because you can't think for them. When you thought you have thought about something for them, they change the decision. But then you have the legs, the physicality to catch up. Okay, so he was splendid yesterday. He didn't put a foot wrong. Everything he did yesterday, if I'm to mark him 98, I don't even mind if someone gives me 100%. Everything he did yesterday, and if he keeps putting up this level of performance, he's a great player. I've said this before. I think he's the most skillful box to box player I have seen in my lifetime. All the box to box players, whatever they can do, he can do. What he can do, they can't do. Okay, he can step overs. He can do a lot of things they can do. So there's a good player in there. The only problem is when you meet these technical guys, all you can do is be tactically well oriented. The word comes out again. And yesterday, stuck to the tactics, fantastic. Okay, there are many things Barca needs to improve. The weight on Pedri is just too much. You can't put this kind of load on the guy. Already he's fragile, he's not combat. A lot of things about Pedri's body, you can't put this kind of weight onto. He's not Xavi Hernandez. Xavi Hernandez, his silent traits are someone's dominant traits. This guy is going to break in the middle of the season if you don't take it. When it comes to Frankie de Jong, you guys will definitely come around. Okay, I'm not saying he's a bad footballer, but what did he do yesterday to help Pedri out? Nothing. I think it's time you start looking for combative guys. And then I understand it is not your way of playing, but the guys you people are trying to emulate, they are gems. We might go another 20, 30 years without seeing anything like them. The Busquets, the Xavi, they were just different kind of players. They were some special breeds. If they are the standard, I'm sorry, you are never going to reach them. You might go another 30, 40 years without seeing anything like them. So they shouldn't be the standard. I think Hansi Flick, I'm surprised he's German and hasn't brought in a combative midfielder yet. The guy who got injured, the left guy, very tall, what's his name? I loved that guy before he got injured. Okay, why? Because he has some combative nature in him. Frankly, Young, he looks flashy, but when you need him most, he's always going to disappoint you. Don't forget, he's from what? Holland. He does same when he goes to the national side. Good touching the ball here and there. Anytime they need him the most, he ends up disappointing them. So yes, the load on Pedri is just too much. You need to find someone who can genuinely help him. Can you imagine if you had a player like was Caicedo against Chouameni there for Pet? Listen, that would have been brilliant. Okay, so Barca, you need to learn how to bend a little bit. You have some tight philosophies and tight rules. Sometimes they are going against you and you are still sticking by it. Who am I to judge anyway? So yes, we have touched on that. Um, Carreras yesterday was just brilliant. Was just fantastic yesterday. Lamine Yamal couldn't go past him not even one time. I mean, he was just superb. He was just superb. And the guy, the Brazilian Militao, come on, man. I understand why he keeps going on injuries and they keep waiting for him. I think this particular season, the form he's in, he has played very well. So I think overall, if you ask me, Madrid deserved to win. Madrid deserved to win. The number of chances they created, if everything had gone in, I mean, who knows what the scoreline would have been. So it was a good match. I think the second match going to look very different. Barca have learned a thing or two. What happened at the Santiago Bernabeu, I don't think it's going to happen in Barcelona.